This podcast will hopefully contain words or statements of obscene, pornographic, or immoral character. You have been warned. You have been warned. You have been warned.
1, 2, 3. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Potty Mouth Records podcast. Welcome back. Yeah, welcome back. Welcome back to the Potty Mouth Records podcast. Rootin' tootin' spewers of poo.
Here we are back at episode 36 of the
Oh my God,
podcast.
I couldn't even remember.
I think
believe
it's 36.
you.
Yeah.
You are correct.
Yeah, we kind of came together with saying we are going to do this today pretty quickly. So I didn't really have a whole lot of time to even think of anything to talk about. So
Why don't we hit but we had brought it up last week and you had talked about it because you'd seen H2O or a video of H2O and somebody's kid was playing drums. So it was nepotism. Nepotism's probably not the right word, but close enough.
yeah,
And like this, I guess because we're seeing a generational turnover now. I mean, honestly, it's really kind of what it is.
yeah, no, totally. I mean, I guess it was one of those things. It's just inevitable that it was going to happen, based on the ages that we are now. But yeah, I was just watching some YouTube shit last week and, I don't know, some H2O show came up for me from a few months back. And I was like, oh, like I always liked H2O. I hadn't listened to them in forever. I was like, what are they even sounding like nowadays? And so I clicked on it and watched it a little bit and I was like, whoa, that looks like a different drummer. And actually Matt Henderson, the dude who played in Madball at the beginning and played in AF and stuff, he actually plays second guitar in H2O now, apparently.
Oh, wow.
Because he was at least at that show. And I was like, damn, that drummer looks really familiar. And I was like, he's like a kid. I was like, that's like a young fucking kid. And I was like, holy fuck, that's the singer's son.
Oh, that's so fucking crazy.
Yeah, so
I blame Wolfgang Van Halen.
yeah.
He started this shit.
He started this shit. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's cool. And I tried to think about how I feel about that. And it's like, whatever, like who cares? There's like really probably no reason to feel any way about it, but I don't know. I was like, is that cool or is it not cool? I couldn't decide.
Or does it just make you feel fucking old?
I think that's part of it, but I don't know. It's weird. It's just a weird thing to have like your kid playing your band, maybe.
Yeah.
It's sort of like it like almost like it gives off this weird, like now you're like a band full of cool uncles or something.
Oh my God. Is that what we are? Are we going to be a band full of fucking cool uncles?
I guess if one of your kids played in one of our bands, then yeah, but
oh my God.
I think we're safe right now. We're just a bunch of old fucks.
But I threw it to Fred. I was like, you have 2 kids that could fill voids and we could do some shit.
Oh, right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
Because I guess because I don't go out and I don't talk to fucking people. The only drummers we know are in fucking Hagerstown. And that's 2 hours away. And as fun as that drive is, which it's not,
which is
ever,
not.
It's fucking lame.
Yeah, do it. Going to Hagerstown for anything is not fun. Never mind the drive.
I'm prepping to do 12 hours to go to Nashville, but 2 hours to Hagerstown's lame.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah. Well, you know that drive and you know the misery of everything you have to see along the way. So
yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Driving to Nashville is like new scenery and cool stuff to look at.
I'm actually kind of stoked about it because I think it's the whole new scenery and just parts of the country, even though it's not that far fucking away, that I probably have never been to. Because I don't think I've been to, like, if we go through West Virginia, I think we end up going through Kentucky. Never been to Kentucky, so that would be kind of cool. Cool, excuse me there. I don't know. I think it'll be, I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. Well, back to sort of the nepotism thing. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm right now, as we're talking about this, I'm trying to compile my thoughts about how I feel about this like topic. And I feel that history has shown that being the child of a famous or semi-famous person never ends well for the child.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It either ruins, like if they're a child with any type of their own original ideas or creativity, and like maybe it's someone who's like really good at writing songs, or really good at art, or whatever it is that they do, there's just always going to be that constant comparison to their mother or father. So there's always that shadow they have to live under, which definitely sucks. And then taking it a step further to actually be invited to play in your parents' band, that it's like, I feel like, yeah, that's cool, but maybe it's selfish on the parents' fault or on the parents' part, because then you're setting your kid up for even more having to live in their shadow.
So what if you're establishing this band to go on for fucking another fucking generation? And slowly, it's kind of the TSOL thing where they slowly slide members out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's a completely different band with the same name. I mean, that's a jump, but it's kind of that thought process is like, then all of a sudden somebody else can roll in.
Yeah. I mean, I guess everybody has their own, and I guess, maybe in H2O's case, I don't follow the singer on Instagram, but his stuff pops up for me every once in a while. And I don't know, it's like, it's very obvious that he really loves his son a lot, and they do a lot together and have a really cool relationship, it seems like. So, I mean, it's totally cool. Like that, his son's finally an age where he can travel and he's really good at drums. So like, I guess like, why the fuck not? Like have your kid play drums if you need a drummer, but it's like, are you in the long run impeding his own journey by this? I don't know.
Oh, that's a good point. Well, so I think I would be totally in if, I mean, I've always kind of tried to give my kids fucking instruments and whatever the fuck they needed to kind of go in that path, and none of them ever really took to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Gavin sings and screams and yodels, but I mean, fuck, well, that's just like his old man. He's but it's just one of those, is like, I think it would be cool. And I don't know if I'm setting them up like to limit their potential, because I think I've already done that. Like because Gavin's already, actually he's far more open-minded than I am, which I know it's hard to believe. And he's kind of a little bit more musically, what do you want to say? Musically rounded than I am. But I definitely have like kind of, I mean, they've always listened to hardcore and punk, and I mean, that's all they've listened to, and folk, I guess, near the end. But I mean, so that's what they know. I mean, but I mean, they all kind of grew up on their own, but I mean, you kind of drive them down that road initially anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, and not just blowing smoke, I think you guys are like a really good example of how like this, like the path he's taking is like, it's really cool. And I feel like in that respect, you probably did do a good job parenting him, because you gave him the tools to succeed if he wanted to in music, but he went his own path, and he's singing and he's doing his own thing. And it's, I'm sure, there's probably some small influence from what he knows you've done musically, and
he's stolen all of my dance moves.
Yeah, totally.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, you guys definitely have different stage personas. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, no, but in all seriousness, no, I think that he's blazing his own path based out of probably inspiration that he's gotten from you, being his dad, but just growing up around being around the type of music but that we listen to and stuff. But there's definitely, I wouldn't say there's any kind of nepotism going on at all. He's carving his own path out.
No, I mean, if anything, I would have tried to force that more. Like when I made them sing for all my stupid little side songs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, I just, I wanted to be able to give them the platform that I never had, which seems like every fucking parent says that, but I wanted them to be able to fucking like not be hindered or think it's a stupid fucking idea to even want to draw, you know, for fun or fucking do anything that's outside of going out and busting your ass. I mean, I just wanted to let them have that window. And, Gavin's kind of taking a hold of that and running with it. So fingers crossed, he's got 3 more years until I can't pay his insurance anymore. Then he's fucked. But besides that, 4, he's got 4.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Well, yeah, I mean, those guys are definitely on a path to success if they keep it going. I mean,
fuck yeah, dude. They play a lot, and they are actually fucking good, which is scary. And you know what? It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, no, it's cool. And like you said, I mean, he's doing it, they're doing it on their own. There's no parent intervention and
no. So the dickish thing was we went to Harley Poe together, and I wasn't his father. I sang for Craven Moorheads.
Nice.
Like when we showed up to the show, that's not my dad. He sings for the Craven Moorheads, and he's my ride. But it's like fucking hell, man. It's okay. I can be your dad.
Well, and that's funny too, because I think that's maybe another thing that works in his favor is just that it's been so long since we played, or anybody in his circle of people isn't even going to know about us unless he would bring it up. So it's not like, oh, you're the son of that popular band, because we're not a popular band. So
hey, we've never been
so he doesn't have that working against him, so that's good. But in the case of bands who do, I just look at all the kids, the children of fame, really famous people like Jason Bonham, the Lennon, all the Lennon kids,
Julian Lennon,
and the Zappa kids,
Jacob Dylan. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, a lot of them. I'll do Shooter Jennings just because I love Waylon Jennings. Yeah. But I mean, look at fucking Scott Ian's kids, fucking phenomenal.
All those people we just listed, they're able to give their kids every opportunity and give them everything they need to succeed. But there's no challenge, and there's no obstacles, and there's no hardship in any of those scenarios. So it's hard. I don't know. I guess for me, it's sort of almost hard to get behind their art or their music, knowing how easy they had it to get there.
They might have had a couple doors open for them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's I feel like it's probably hard for them to feel like people fully respect what they're doing, because there's people like me that kind of don't respect it, because it's you didn't have to fucking work hard to fucking get any of this shit. So you're fucking, I don't care about what you're doing. There's no adversity to your art. So it's I'm kind of don't really accept it. Maybe that's a shitty way to be.
I don't know. I think that I don't think it's wrong, because I think you're right that they've avoided some of the shit that you or I had to do fucking 20 years ago, trying to figure it out, having no support. Your parents, I think your parents were far more supportive than mine, but it's having a lack of support and fucking doing it all on your own, instead of having a dad that fucking tours all the time, and you grow up in that fucking system. I mean, there should be some jealousy on my side, and there probably is. But I think once again, that's why I tried to set mine up. They just didn't want to do it. And I mean, it's no leg up like they have, but it's more than I had.
Yeah, well, Scott Ian and his kid, that's a really good example. Like, I think it's really cool that they do their little videos together. And I guess I just have such a mixed feeling about it that it's cool to see a father being so engaging with his kid and supporting them. And like,
I was gonna say I could be totally jealous of that too,
yeah,
but I
just,
don't know if that's part of it. But I never even looked at it. I mean, that's a really kind of deep way to look at it.
yeah, but I don't know. Like, that's cool. Like, it's cool to see a parent, really caring about their kid's interest and nurturing it and stuff. I think that's like really cool. But again, it's back to, I've already had thoughts of like, his little fucking kid. Everyone's like, oh, he's already got the chops like his dad. And like everybody just like constantly blowing positive smoke up your ass. It's like he's going to be this like little narcissistic douchebag. And when as soon as he turns 19 and is able to like go out on his own, daddy's going to set him up with a tour with his fucking shitty new metal band he's doing. And people are going to tell him how great it is, even if it's not that good. So it's just like your whole life, you're living this whole life of just like people like kissing your ass. And it's like, you never really get any hard truths of life thrown in your face. So it's like, it's hard for me to accept you as legitimate.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, wow. I don't even know where to go with that one because I mean, I totally cannot argue with you.
I probably sound like the biggest asshole right now, but I don't know. I feel like you and I can probably relate to this. And like our whole entire friend group of people who have been in bands and have done things, and just like you were saying, how hard we've had to work for every small little bit of accomplishment we've had in our musical careers. And then you just have these little chodes who fucking, just because their parents are famous, they're, automatically famous, even if their fucking band sucks dick. And you're like, and people like talk about how great they are and shit. Like that shit just infuriates me.
Rarely am I speechless, but I'm almost there because I'm trying to fucking process what side of the fence I want to stand on. Because I am so understanding of where you're at, but then I'm like, as a dad, if I could do that, and if I could have lessened which I feel I have, just not to the same extent that they've got.
Yeah.
Once again, just being supportive in the arts versus I'm not saying I'm not supportive academically, but like I was always more about arts than I was about fucking academics because I wanted my kids to be creative. I wanted them to think, and I wanted them to think like creatively and not kind of bound in to a system. But yeah, they don't have the kind of same setup that, so to say, some kids with parents that have that pull.
Yeah. Well, like I was saying before, I think how you set your kids up to take paths if they chose to, you gave them the opportunity, but you didn't push it. And I think that like how the route that I think that how you set Gavin up is exactly how a parent should set a kid up. I think that anything beyond that, like I'm going to go back to the Scott Ian example. Like I said,
Scott Ian, I think you're awesome, and your kid's fucking awesome too. This is not an attack. Okay, but here's the example.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think what they're doing is rad, but I also think that in the long run, he's not doing his kid any favors by like basically he's inadvertently letting him ride his coattails right now. And I just don't think that's going to pay off for him in the long run. I think when he gets to be an adult and he gets real feelings and like understands the world better, he's going to realize that my dad kind of fucked me because no one's ever going to like believe in what I'm doing because it's all on his coattails.
Wow. Okay. So with that being said, can you name one that outshined the parent?
I can, and I was just going to use this as an example, but it's not in music, it's in skateboarding. because it's a very same example as Tony Hawk and his son. Because Tony Hawk's son skated for Birdhouse when he very first decided he like wanted to keep skating. And he eventually got to a point where he quit his dad's company because he didn't want to be Tony Hawk's son anymore. He wanted to like blaze his own path, and he went and skated with Baker. Like he rides for Baker skateboards and kind of went the street skating route. And I mean, you know, Tony Hawk is great on ramps and stuff, but Tony Hawk was a pretty horrible street skater. And his son is a really, really amazing street skater and can skate ramps and stuff too. So I would even say in some ways, his son is a better skateboarder than even he is. And I think a big part of it was him finally like breaking out from under his dad's shadow and kind of doing his own thing and trying to like distance himself from his dad.
Right.
So I was always kind of pretty stoked that and that's no small feat to like break out of Tony Hawk's shadow. Like the fact that he actually kind of pulled that off it's kind of a miracle, really. So kudos to him for that. But yeah, I think Tony Hawk's even said in interviews that his son kind of struggled with that, like being Tony Hawk's son. Like how can I get out from under this and do my own thing? So I think all those like examples we had earlier, like the Lennon kids, like the Zappa kids, like all that realm of people, none of those people have ever done anything remotely as successful as any of their parents' bands, which obviously that would be almost impossible to happen. But
I know I'm struggling to think of one that like as a performer or somebody who has outshined their fucking parent.
Yeah, I can't think of any. The only one that I can really think of that, and not even outshine them, but the Jason Bonham scenario is sort of maybe a unique scenario because he actually filled in Led Zeppelin for his dad who had passed away. So I think that's a unique situation that's actually pretty cool, where there's no one else who was appropriate to fill that spot but him.
Right.
And the fact that he was even able to do it as well as his dad, that's really cool. So, but even him, he's played in a lot of bands, but none that have been remotely as big as Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, I'm struggling. So you guys hit us up on the Instas or whatever, or email.
Yeah.
And give us an outshiner.
Yeah, totally. And again, like you said, I definitely don't want it to come across as talking shit on anybody's relationship with their kids or anything, but I'm of the opinion that if you're someone famous or semi-famous and you give your kids too many opportunities that are opportunities that you built on your own, you're taking away their ability to carve their own path and create their own adversity, which will make them a better artist in the long run.
Wow. And I am one that always wanted, like, I always thought that skate shop would be an awesome legacy to leave the kids. And that only lasted a couple years.
Yeah.
But I've always been of the mindset I wanted to leave something, not something as a monetary thing, but something as something they could build on.
Yeah.
Versus something that they just get from me and walk away.
Yeah, gotcha.
No,
I that's probably, I think, maybe a big part of why I'm not completely suited to even chime in on this topic is because I don't have kids.
No, so you're perfect because you're an outside. You have you have a very honest opinion. Because I'm torn because I totally agree with you, but I know as a parent, like, dude, if I knew people that I could hook him up with, like I think he's talked to Dom. Like dude, go talk to Dom.
Yeah.
I was like, Dom can help you.
Yeah. I see those as different scenarios though, because that is just his unfamous dad actually just knowing a show hookup. And you're just
Right.
like, that's no different. That's just basically like him having an older friend who can get him a show. It's not like you have some like crazy insider hookup on playing some giant festivals in Europe all summer long or something.
How fucking crazy would that be?
Yeah.
I'd have to
So,
be a roadie.
but yeah, I don't know. So it is, I guess there's a part of me that, and maybe all those like more famous people we use as examples, maybe they don't give a fuck. Maybe some of them don't care. Maybe they're like, my life has been amazing because my dad was John Lennon. I don't have to fucking work a day in my life, and I can just sit around and make music and art all day. And if no one listens to it, who fucking gives a fuck? Cause my life is awesome. So like maybe some of them are thinking like that and they don't even care.
Yeah, that's crazy. I just wonder. But I mean, in like the hardcore in the scene, like their fucking parents aren't living off of not doing anything.
Yeah, no.
Like who fucking, they all are touring hard because they don't have any fucking money coming in from residuals.
Yeah,
you know, there's a reason that fucking everybody is still touring and playing shows now because they can. For lack of a better word, it's a money grab. You got to cash in while you can. And the fucking music's hot right now, and why not fucking run it?
Yeah. Well,
I'm not paying fucking $87 to go see Gorilla Biscuits.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I think what I would like to see in that H2O example would be that, and whatever, it's none of my fucking business, but my 2 cents would be that let your son play drums and that's cool, but if I think I'd be bummed if he became like their permanent drummer. I would rather him like fill in with them for a while or every once in a while if they need him or something, but let him start his own band. And if his own band is like decent, like bring them out on tour with you and let them open. And if people actually dig it, then he'll be able to sort of go his own route with it. But I don't know. I just feel like I just envision this scenario where he's playing drums for his dad's band, and then all of a sudden he decides he doesn't want to do it anymore, but he feels bad because he doesn't want to like quit the band because he doesn't want his dad to be disappointed in him. I feel like there's like to be this whole thing.
So I'm just gonna tell you, at least from my kids could give 3 fucks about my feelings.
Yeah, gotcha.
In that kind of thing. If they want to do something,
Yeah.
they could give 3 fucks about me. They will go their own path, and I can do nothing but wave goodbye.
Yeah. It's funny that we're even talking about this today because I actually did see one of those Scott Ian videos earlier today with his kid on Instagram. I don't even follow him, but it came up somehow and I was looking at it, algorithm brought it up for me, and they were playing a Pantera song together. And I read some of the comments. I was like, man, I was like, this fucking poor kid, dude. Like he, like 20 years from now, he's going to be so pissed that he can't break out of his dad's shadow. Like imagine going everywhere. Like imagine everywhere you go when you're an adult and people automatically wanting to talk to you about your dad.
Oh, that's fucking Wolfgang Van Halen, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What the fuck else are you going to talk about?
Yeah, that's another one.
Except for his mom.
Yeah. He's probably stoked when people actually talk about how hot his mom is or how hot she used to be. But yeah, so that sucks though. Like imagine just living your whole life having to field questions about your dad or your mom, and like no one ever wants to ask you about you. Like that's horrible. You like never get to be your own person ever.
Yeah, that would suck.
There's advantages and disadvantages, I think, to the whole nepotism scenario. I feel like there's probably more disadvantages. And it's funny, you brought up the thing, I wish there was something I could leave my kids, like a legacy to give them, like a business or something. And with that, how many movies or TV shows or even in real life examples I've personally seen of somebody building a business, blah, 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 and sons or whatever, and like wanting to leave the kids want nothing to fucking do with it.
Oh my God.
So it's kind of
I-
like it's such a waste of the parents' energy to create this thing they want to pass to the kids, and the kids are like, "Fuck you, I don't want this anyway."
So this is funny. This is a roundabout. So I work with a sign company and they got bought out. They used to be like the premier fucking sign company in Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
And then the father passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And like the salesman's one of the kids. And it's like their shit is garbage. And it's like they used to be premier. And it was just like, what the fuck? And he's in it to cash in.
Yeah.
He's cashing a fucking paycheck and rolling in. And it just fucking blows.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess we've both been fortunate in that aspect that like we don't have any famous people in our family at all. So we had to
Sons
blaze
of
our own
bitches.
paths. Yeah.
Ugh.
We were left to our own devices. I mean, we were definitely fortunate that there was a generation ahead of us that already had bands going that were sort of like premier bands in the area. So we definitely got some overflow from that with helping to get shows and stuff. But I don't know. I would say 75 to 80% of everything we've accomplished has been on our own.
Oh, yeah. I totally agree. I ride off your coattails. That's the way it is.
Yeah, look how far that fucking got you. Which is funny because I started out riding on your coattails.
Nice.
So
Fucker.
So essentially, if you're riding off my coattails now, that's only because I rode off of yours. So our coattails are pretty short, apparently.
They're a fucking tangled mess, and it's all over.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But we may be playing fucking Frederick and Cumberland in April, so
Oh my God. How fucking stupid is that?
yeah.
Though I have to tell you that I'm totally cool with not playing one of the fucking gorilla shows, but if we have to, we will.
Yeah.
We haven't talked to Ivy yet, but
Why? What's your reluctancy for that?
Because I'm scared shitless because I am a law-abiding citizen.
Oh my God, you fucking puss.
Yeah. Yes, that is true. Yeah, fuck.
I don't even
want to fucking go see them when they play those. They look fucking awesome though, like totally jealous. It looks like when you had that fucking show at the farm and it was mass chaos.
Yeah,
that's what they look like. Like it's badass. And that's what Gavin. It's like it's a weird kind of line you walk. It's like you could play those shows and have like 100 people show up and have a fucking crazy ass time. But it's like it's a gorilla show where, you know, is like playing in the city at a bar. There's fucking 10 people and they dig you, but it's not the fucking same.
Yeah.
And it's like where do you go?
Well, it's funny too because the angle I would use if I were you is that if we played the Renegade show, if the cops do show up, you tell them that we didn't even want to play it, but your son's band playing, and this was your way to chaperone him.
Oh my God. Yeah, my 21-year-old son.
Yeah.
I'm chaperoning him at this show. I was afraid there was going to be some weed or stuff there, and I didn't want him to get involved.
Yeah, I wanted to keep an eye on the underage drinking. and really, honestly, I'm just like, if the cops even did show up to something like that, they're just going to be like, what the fuck is going down? Or going on. They're going to shut it down, just make people leave.
Dude, I think the cops have showed up. They've showed up to fucking kick other people out and let the show go.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They don't give a fuck.
No, as long as they're not fucking hurting things, they totally, I think at least once or twice. I know at least once because Gavin said they talked to him. And the cops were like, we don't care. It just kind of watched the show for a little while, then left.
It's kind of like skating, dude. Look at all the fucking clips on Instagram of people skating spots where you're not supposed to skate. And there's cops standing there watching them like, oh, I'll give you like 3 more tries and then you have to leave. Like,
yeah,
like cops don't fucking care.
There's more important shit to fucking worry about.
Yeah. Security guards are way bigger pricks than fucking cops are when it comes to skating stuff.
Oh my god.
Oh, speaking of skating stuff, Space Wax, we are playing a show this Saturday at Steve Caballero Art Show.
Oh, what is it? What's it called? I saw you post up about it. Is it like just Caballero's art, or is there a bunch of people?
Yeah, I think it's just him.
How many fucking artists are in like that run of like skateboarders?
A lot.
Like Caballero, Hosoi's dad. There's a good
one.
A relationship that is crazy as shit, dude. They are tight as balls. Like that's nuts.
And then Hosoi's son, of course, he's like super fucking good on a skateboard already. Which again, I'm like, that one, like exactly. That one doesn't even like piss me off on the nepotism scale, because I'm just like, obviously that kid is going to be fucking good at skating. I mean, duh. Yeah. Like that almost has nothing to even do with his dad, just the genetics. But beyond that, like I feel like he's a good example of a kid who has the opportunity for lots of nepotism, but he's just going to be so good in his own right.
That's definitely. But I was like shooting like at artists like Blender.
Yeah.
Did a lot of the art. Lance Mountain.
Yep.
Gonzo.
Guerrero is like musician and artist.
Nodis, I believe. So I was just wondering, because like I follow Bob Harrow on Instagram. And I did not know how involved he was with drawing like the fucking, if you remember BMX Plus and like their little cartoon guy, like I forget what his name is, that Bob Harrow drew that.
Oh, wow.
And it's like, so he does like a whole bunch of those, but apparently he's like a fucking brand consultant now. So which totally makes sense, because you had a bike company, sold that, started another, like totally get it. I'm pissed because I ordered a jacket and they didn't have it in my size. So now they're upselling me. But I'm going to take it anyway.
What size?
It was they had a sale, and it was a double X. But I was like, well, fuck, if I have to get the new one, give it in a triple, because I'm worried. Actually, this is another subject I was going to bring up. Is clothing that fits from one store but doesn't fit from another store at the same size. So here's my example. Here's my example.
I'm not following.
If I buy a double X at fucking Target,
okay,
I can't get in it. Like, it is like putting a fucking skin suit on.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
If I buy it from the mart, the shit fits. And that's what I was like. I almost emailed the girl who reached out to me. I was like, so does your shit fit like Target or Walmart? Because if it's Walmart, I can take the double X. But if it's Target, I need the triple. And I'm worried about that. Because it's like, I don't like shit touching my skin as it is. It's weird. So I have to tell you, pattern wise, I think Walmart fucking kills, like in prints and stuff, versus Target. Like I look, as dumb as it is, like even like a Target plaid versus a Walmart plaid, Walmart's better. Like if there's like a pseudo dress shirt or polos, the ones at Walmart, at least to me, are far more attractive than the ones from Target, which is so bizarre because all the ladies love Target.
Well, if your first problem is buying clothes at all from either of those places, because if you want clothes to actually fit really well in the correct size for you, you have to buy more expensive clothes. That's just the bottom line.
See this head shake? My friend cannot do it. I'm having a hard time with fucking t-shirts going up to $30. Like, how the fuck is that even possible?
Dude, I'm telling you that I know we had this conversation 10 or so episodes back or more, but we talked about fashion and clothing, and that I've gotten into just like better clothes over the last few years and stuff. I've even evolved even more so since that episode, and I am strictly of the belief now that I'm very close to pretty much getting rid of everything out of my closet that is just not good stuff, and I'm officially morphing into one of those people who probably owns like 6 pieces of clothing, but each one's like $200. Like
So real.
yeah, like I've gotten to a point where I understand how amazingly nice it is to have like a few small expensive pieces of clothing that feel really nice, fit really well, and are going to last like for way longer than like Target or Walmart or any other, like Gap or any of that kind of shit. Like I'm going to buy a $250 button up shirt and only have like 1 or 2 of them, and it'll last for years. Like I'm that person now.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck you are.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, it might sound crazy to you, it might sound crazy to people listening, but once you realize that investing in clothing is one of the best investments you can actually make, you'll like whittle down your closet to only like the bare essentials of what you need, and you just stop spending money on just frivolous cheap shit.
I don't know.
Get yourself
No.
two or three really nice expensive pairs of pants, 2 or 3 really expensive nice shirts, and that's all you fucking need.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
You can have a couple cheap t-shirts thrown in there, you know, just to knock around in and stuff like that, but I will never. For example, I went to Marshall's a few days ago. Do you guys have Marshall's out there? Okay. Went to Marshall's for I was just looking for some, like, we needed a new clothes hamper for our bathroom. So I went there to get one. And normally I would go to Marshall's and look through the clothes and see if there's anything cool in there. And I found a hamper. I was walking out, looked through the clothes a little bit, and I was just like, I'll never buy shit here ever again. I was like, all this shit is fucking trash. Like, this is all just like throwaway shit that like I'll wear a couple times and probably never wear again, or it'll start to fray and come apart. Or yeah.
There is nothing more sad than buying a fucking shirt. Actually, it's even like coming out of the package and the bitch is fucking already frayed or pulling apart somewhere. That is fucking depressing as shit. My sheer terror shirt was fucking fraying. Like, Gavin and I sadly had matching long sleeves, but mine already, the fucking pit started wearing, it didn't even wear out. It already was pooling by the, I guess, a second wear, like after a wash, like there was already a hole in the pit. Like, how in the fuck?
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I will say that on the lower spectrum of clothing, in my opinion, I still think Levi's clothing is probably the nicest. We'll call, wouldn't even say it's budget clothing, but compared to some of the stuff I'm talking about, it's budget clothing. But on the scale of affordability and like still really, really nice clothing and material and fit, I think Levi's is like the best of any of the more like mid brand clothing that anyone can have. Because their jeans, I love their jeans. Their button up shirts are amazing. But there's
that dude, the old guy button up fucking with the pearl snaps. That's the shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, like that shirt was like $60, but or maybe it was like 80, but whatever. It's still, that shirt will probably last for so long. It's built so well. But the brand I just recently found out about that I'm super into is so there's Ralph Lauren,
right?
But they have a side brand that's RRL. It's double Ralph Lauren, and they make all this kind of like crazy like cowboy print clothing. It's like, looks like a bunch of like really like high-end spaghetti western shit. And that's my goal. My next purchase is I want to get they have this
Lauren.
Yeah, they have this like $400 button-up shirt I want to get. It's fucking amazing. Like it just, the print's incredible on it.
All right, guys, excuse me whilst I start typing.
Whilst.
So the only reason I use it is We watched some TV show and the woman was using it and we were like just laughing our ass off at it. And that's what started it.
Are you looking?
Yeah. So is it RLX?
No, I think
double RL. There it is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, kids, I'm ready.
Dude, I'm telling you, these clothes are insane. They're like fucking amazingly radical.
Oh my God. So I have to tell you, first off, the fucking sweater I saw is badass.
No, dude, I'm telling
it's like
you.
fucking old schooly football, and it has a double, like it's a knit. It's actually fucking cool as shit. I don't see your cowboy shirt yet, but
there's a whole section.
Oh my God.
There's like a whole section that looks like spaghetti Western shit. And like for Christmas, I got this super nice merino wool sweater. So fucking nice. And I got a cashmere scarf for Christmas, which I highly recommend everyone own a cashmere scarf. Because it's amazing.
If it was 20 years ago, I'd be dropping words on you that I'm not allowed to use anymore.
You know what? That's fine.
Lord.
That's fine.
I would offend my kids, other people's kids. I got in trouble because I make fun of people on TV. And Blythe's like, if you had a Twitter account, you'd be canceled. Then she's like, well, probably not because you make fun of everybody. It does not, because we just sit and watch TV and I just try to mimic accents. And she watches all Korean shit. So I'm automatically making fun of Koreans, which is not true because it's just what's on TV. And as soon as we change the channel, watch something else, I'm making fun of them as well. Oh my God. The fucking British pottery show, that was the best. There was a woman on there like season 3. Oh my God, I loved mimicking her. Oh my, it just made my fucking day.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. People can make fun of me all they want, but one day, someone who's making fun of me for this, they're gonna have that epiphany as well, and they're gonna be like, man, he was right. The cashmere scarf is fucking awesome.
Okay, just so you guys know, the plaid work shirt from Double RL is $245.
Yeah.
Where am I going to work? And I'm wearing a $245 shirt to work in. Like, I don't.
It's it's an everyday shirt. What are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. That would be one of the shirts in your arsenal of 2 or 3 shirts that you own, and that's all you wear.
What happens when the bitch goes out of style next week?
It doesn't. That's the thing about awesome high-end clothes. It doesn't go out of style.
Well, some of the shit I'm looking at, it's going out of style next week. I'm just telling you.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh my God. For reals, the $240 is the cheapest thing in the shirt section. Sorry, I found one for $185.
Now I wanna reiterate and let you know though that I'm not rich enough to be buying clothes like this. I would have to save money to be able to afford a shirt like that. But I feel like I might start actually doing that. Like putting a little money back every once in a while and eventually be able to get one of these shirts.
Okay, so you ready? Slim fit embroidered denim Western shirt. Give me a guess on the price. How much do you think it is?
Probably $450.
No, you would be wrong. It's $599.
Okay.
That's a slim fit. I wouldn't even get in it because my tits would be falling out. Oh my Lord. So next question. How much do you think the camo rip top cargo short is?
Okay, so here's where I would draw the line is I would not buy any of the shit that is like pre-ripped or tattered to like look older because I think that shit's stupid.
Okay.
Like if I'm buying something, I want it to like look like it's like I want to make it look older by wearing it a bunch. So I don't know. What are they? Shorts? Tattered shorts?
Yeah, they're called rip stop or they rips top. Hey, fuck, I don't know.
I don't know, $300.
Well, you were wrong on that. It's only $225 for a pair of shorts. Gotcha. And they're not even shorts, they're short. So you lost an ass and are paying extra money. What the fuck?
because they're pant, not pants.
Yeah, they're pant, not pants. Well, so fuck them because in their pull down menu it says shorts, but then they get snooty in the line items. Or is it because there's multiple of
Yeah,
them?
it's
that
shorts
they're
is shorts is the
Oh,
category
my
of all
God.
shorts, but singular
Okay.
shorts is shorts.
So why doesn't it say denims versus
Hey,
denim?
hey, you shop at Walmart and Target. I wouldn't expect you to understand these subtleties.
Oh, fucking hell. Oh. I was pissed I'm fucking spending, well, I was pissed I was spending $40 on a jacket, but now I'm going to have to spend more because the new jacket's more expensive. And I told her I wanted the fat boy size.
And, you know, like obviously those shirts are they are kind of ridiculous expensive. But in all seriousness, the more you're spending on clothes, the more wear you're going to get, the better they're going to fit. And I think overall just are going to like last longer. When you're just like buying cheaper shit, you're spending the same money in the long run, but you're just getting shit that doesn't look as cool and doesn't last as long.
I'm at a hard time. Oh, my Lord. I just hit the coats.
Oh,
my
yeah.
Lord.
There's definitely some badass coats in there.
Fucking
Actually, their cardigans are really fucking cool.
The leather trim shearling coat, which looks like an old fucking aviator coat, like you're getting ready to jump in your fucking biplane and go away.
Fuck yeah.
$4,400.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, now see that even I can admit that's kind of fucking ridiculous.
How about the faux fur trimmed parka for actually it's $1,300. Dude, I want real fucking fur. I don't want faux.
Yeah.
At $1,300, I want you to go out and kill the fox. Kill that fox and bring that bitch back and strap him on my jacket.
Hey, but if you ever did need to fly in a biplane, that would be the fucking jacket you need if you wanted to look authentic and legit.
I'd look like the fucking Red Baron from Scooby-Doo. It'd be awesome.
This episode is so ridiculous. I'm going to cut this whole section
No
out.
fucking way. I'm going to be pissed if you cut this out because this is fucking hilarious. We are on such opposite sides of the field on this one. Oh my God. You and Fred stick with your old guy fucking clothes and I'll worry about the marts and targets. Oh my God. Holy fuck. So the sweater I said at the beginning looked awesome is only $745.
Yeah. You know what? Fred's the only one who probably can understand where I'm coming from with this.
Oh my Lord. I think you're going to have to turn in your Moorhead card.
No way. It makes me even more legit.
Oh, it's too legit to quit. I'm trying to do my... Oh, fuck off. So their baseball hats are only $145.
Oh no, that's ridiculous, right? See that they definitely have shit where I was looking through their website a few days ago. I'm like, this is fucking insane. Like $250-$300 for like a really, really awesome shirt that you'll have for years. That's a good investment. $150 for a baseball hat, like fuck off. That's crazy.
$125 for a bandana. Can I interest you in 3 or 4?
I'm not saying all their shit is worth the money. And to be fair, I've never even tried any of this shit on. So maybe it feels like complete garbage if you're wearing it. I have no idea.
All right, I'm closing the site because I just saw the $225 suspenders. Oh my God. All right. Fucking oh Lord. You're sad. What will Scott Ian's kid say about this?
Oh, I guarantee you one thing. His kid can probably afford anything from there he wants.
That's probably true.
Daddy will fucking buy him anything from that website.
The Anthrax Bucks run deep. Do they? I don't know.
Yeah, dude. They have fucking... They're loaded. Come on. Every single dude in that band is a millionaire. Easily. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Just based on the money if they were smart with their money in the 80s and early 90s, they're definitely millionaires. But all the shit, all the festivals and tours and records they put out since their comeback like 15 years ago with Belladonna, those dudes are definitely millionaires. Easily. I bet you their guarantee for one show is like $200,000, I bet.
How much do you think Lars's net worth is?
From Metallica.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say 40 to 50 million.
350.
Oh, fuck. I was way off.
Poor Robert, he's only worth 30. That's what you get for showing up to Metallica late to the game.
Yeah.
Okay, so Scott Ian sub by the intranet is worth 6 million. Holy fuck. Okay,
Yeah.
so I am completely wrong.
Yeah. Wow, 350 million. So that means James and Kirk are probably pretty close to that too then.
They're 300 apiece.
Yeah.
Well, why is Lars more?
Maybe just invested better. Who knows?
That's good. Unfucking believable.
Crazy, right?
You're going down that route with your fucking highfalutin double RL.
Yeah, maybe if I actually was in a band that made money, then I could have all those clothes.
What if you could get sponsorship, or maybe you could do a collab, and that way you could have the JB Leary double RL collaboration, and you guys could work on fucking old guy sweaters.
That'd be awesome.
And fucking like maybe like slippers, like, or smoking jacket. How fucking cool would that be?
Fuck,
the JB Leary double RL smoking jacket.
Yeah, see, that's the whole thing is I'm with my solo project, I'm trying to incorporate my old guy cardigan look into the steez of the band. So that sponsorship would be amazing.
Oh my God.
Which, by the way, my new release is available to listen to if anybody wants to check it out.
Track three.
What's funny is I've gotten feedback because I sent it out to some people yesterday, and the feedback has been like perfectly split down the middle. There's people who have been like, love tracks 1, 2, and 4, and then people were like, love track 3.
Really? That's funny.
That's kind of it's a very good contrast of sort of like people's likes and, you know, like what they gravitated towards. So that's pretty cool.
Well, because Gene had said track 2, and I was real heavy listening to it, and I'm like, I was like, okay. But then track 3 came on. I'm like, it's like, what the fuck was Gene listening to? Did he stop at track 2 and just blow wind up your ass and tell you track 2? Because track 3 is the stud.
Yeah, I was actually on the fence about even putting that song on there because it's so different than the other 3.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, well, it's back to my whole scenario of like last week with my issue with continuity. So I'm like, man, it's like it works better with just those 3 songs because they all kind of feel like they go together. But I was like, fuck it, I'm going to throw that one in there just to like mix shit up.
No, I don't. Continuity, to me, the biggest difference was kind of just the vocal style was a little bit different.
Yeah.
And I felt that was more, it just more honestly you. Like, I felt like that was you.
Yeah.
And I was like, it kind of resonated. Like musically, I guess tonally wise, yeah, it was different. Yeah, it was. Okay. I guess the more I think about it, it was. But that was that was like my anchor to it. It was like, this feels you. And Jesus.
Gotcha. Well, you know, it's funny because that was Trisha's feedback when she heard that song, was that she's like, I like all the songs. She's like, I think they're all really good and sound really great. She's like, but to me, that song, and she's like, you know, this is just because I live with you and know you. She's like, but to me, that sounds most like you of any song you've ever done.
Fuck yes. Trish, knuck up, buddy. Yeah. I'm totally.
Which is funny, which is cool. I mean, that's fine, but it's like that to me when I did that song, it was such a
Don't you hate it when the throwaway?
Yeah, it was kind of, yeah, it was, well, no, it was kind of like a throwaway song. And that's why I sang it like that. Cause it was like more of like a joke and I wasn't even really taking it that seriously at all. Whereas the other songs I definitely have been working more on sort of cultivating some different tones with my voice and like trying to find a more, I guess, serious angle for my singing. But yeah, I don't know. But I like all the songs. It's fine.
Well, that's my opinion. I can be wrong. I doubt it, but what was I going to say about that? So in regards to that, I remember reading an article. Yes, I can read on occasion, but it was it was a Lunatics and Flipside, and they were talking, and Theo shot back and was like, "What's your favorite song off the CD?" Which was Luxury Problems.
Mhm.
And he was like, "I really like Down at the Pub," and she was just kind of blown away because it wasn't a throwaway, but that wasn't them. It
Yeah.
was just something they did, and it was like one of those. And I totally understood where he was at, but fuck it, there are so many much better songs, greater songs on that.
We had this
fucking CD.
discussion in a previous episode where we talked about bands, who have a song that's different than everything else, and that's the one that maybe sometimes clicks more or whatever. I remember like that one Boris the Sprinkler song that doesn't sound like any of their other songs, but it's like such a really cool song. Like I wish they would like do more shit like that. But it's kind of funny too, because that song you're talking about, that song 3, even though you guys had said that sounds more like how you'd picture me sounding or singing, that actually even was like a new voice though too, because I've never really technically sang even like that ever before. But I think it's just more reminiscent of maybe it's a singing version of my personality or something. I don't know.
Maybe it to me felt far. It just felt very natural. It felt like you.
Yeah.
It felt. It just. And maybe, like you said, it's a new voice for you, but it felt like, and maybe it's because we fucking talk all the time now, and
Yeah.
that's just the kind of interface now that I'm used to hearing. I'm used to listening to your dulcet tones through headphones, and so
Yeah. Well,
I is good.
I think that I like that voice because I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I didn't know I could kind of have this singing style, but I'd like to explore it more, but I just don't. I think musically, I'm not in a place right now where I could write the type of music that fits with that singing style. I feel like I'm in such a more different, darker area of my writing right now that I'd have to somehow get into like a simpleton kind of punk rock riffage to be able to write the music for that singing style.
Exactly. Look who you're talking to.
So maybe you can write me some music and I'll use that voice on.
We can re-record the Scooby-Doo song. Blythe would be sad. You like how I snuck that in? I snuck that in like 2 podcasts ago.
What's that?
The Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The music plays in under us when we started just randomly talking. It didn't really start the episode off. And it felt like there was like a void. So I slid it in under because it just like we kind of just I started bitching, I think. Or you were going to bitch and I started bitching over top of you.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I don't know. You got anything else you wanted to bring up, talk about?
I'm still looking for you a cassette deck duplicator or just a cassette tape duplicator. Found a couple.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, they're not too. So here's what I found out.
Or hold on. Are you looking at like actual like duplication machines or just like double tape decks?
No, duplication machines. So they do 3 at a time versus 1.
Okay, gotcha.
So, but what I found out is you can play really risky and get the ones for like under 200.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the same with the combo CD and cassette like rack unit that I've been obsessing over.
Mm-hmm.
But to get one that the people like, this fucking thing is gold and runs perfect, works perfect, they're all like $300 to $500. But there are a couple, it's like, boss is getting rid of this. Don't have the power cord, which is a simple fucking regular power cord. I'm like, that's all we need.
Yeah.
And I think it does it like 16 speed.
And
Look
I'm
at
sorry,
that.
how much was something like that?
It's like 200.
Gotcha.
Like there's a couple under 200. That's shipping included, my friend.
Wow. But yeah, it's like Gene was saying, he asking about if I was going to do a physical release of my new thing. And I don't know, it's just probably not, just because of I have gotten physical releases of 2 of my releases now. And like I said, I've sold some of them, but just always end up sitting on stuff. And people just don't really buy shit as much anymore. So I always like to have something physical to put out, but just to have it because it's fun to put a package together,
Yeah.
even if it doesn't sell. But I don't know. It's honestly, it's more of just about the logistics of just not having the space to store shit and just like sitting on stuff for so long. So I'll probably do something, but like you're saying with the having an actual cassette duplicator, that would be cool to be able to just have one of those that you could bust out like 10. And
Yeah. In like fucking 15 minutes, you've ripped 10 and you're
yeah.
off partying.
Yeah. And then you have
with
enough
the chickens
to sell, and you probably won't have any left over. So that's good. Which, by the way, speaking of merch, I think we should start trying to come up with t-shirt design for April.
Oh,
Try to get some t-shirts made up so we at least have something to sell.
Yeah, we'll come up with something. April. Shh. Did you hear that, boys? We need to start practicing. I know a couple of you listen. I'm blaming you, fucking super frisky guy. I can't even say it.
You're blaming Fred?
Don't
blame
Why not?
Fred.
Who else?
Fred's my partner in sophisticated dress.
Oh, he is. It's so sad. Oh my God. You guys will have your fucking grandpa cardigans out, getting warmed up. It'll be April. You guys will still be able to wear that shit.
That'll be perfect.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Oh, I was already thinking, I was like, damn, be back in April, still be probably a little bit chilly out, have my cashmere scarf with me.
Oh, guys, if you could just see the expressions on my face. Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Embarrassment.
Whatever, Walmart guy.
Fuck yeah. They have the best drink simulator known to man. Whatever that squeezy stuff is. Because they actually make it without fucking dye in it. So that you fucking don't fucking piss green because you've drank too much grape. It's fun.
That can't be good for you.
Do you remember we used to play pool at my aunt's house and I'd fucking kill the 2 liter of grape soda and I'd piss green for 2 days. God, I love soda.
Fucking gross. I will say though, I did have a little bit of a cheat over Christmas break. I got myself some Italian Cokes for Christmas.
Are they the real sugar ones?
So the real sugar Cokes are the Mexican Cokes.
Okay. So what's the Italian Cokes?
Italian Cokes are they're like the Coke Zero. They're real Coke Zeros, basically, is the only way I can really describe is what Italian Coke is. So the Coke Zeros in Italy taste better than Coke Zeros here.
I would believe that.
They're just different. I think it may have something to do with the ingredients, or basically they're not allowed to use the ingredients that we're allowed to use here, because there's like lots of stuff that's banned in Europe, like that we put in our food here.
That's what makes us smart.
Yeah, that's definitely what makes us smart. Yeah, definitely.
Oh my God.
Makes us obese too.
Oh my God. Have you looked at there? I've seen a couple Instagram posts where they do side by side of the same products.
Yeah.
In like England versus here. And it's embarrassing the amount of fucking chemicals and shit that are in our food.
That's one of my favorite things about going over there, is going to the grocery store and like finding stuff that is here and turning around looking at the ingredients list. That's all. You can actually always read what the ingredients are on most of the stuff. And but yeah, so Italian Coke Zero just tastes way better than American Coke Zero. So anyway, I got some Italian Coke Zeros for Christmas break, and it was nice. I actually had my little fun with some soda for a couple days.
Oh my lord, I'm gonna have to look that shit up.
The can is red and black. Kind of looks like the American Coke Zero can, but it's like actually Zuccheri or whatever you pronounce it.
Nice. All right, that's another research for tonight.
Yeah, but it's really it's good.
We've invoked our new rule of no phones in the bed, which is it's a little tough, but it's good.
Is that a New Year's resolution thing?
I don't know if it was New Year's, but we kind of started it this week. And it's good because I can catch myself fucking on my phone doing dumb shit for hours, even though I'm fucking exhausted.
Yeah.
So if you put it down and we watch the road show, we're out in like a half an hour, which is good.
That's a good little habit to get into. We do no device Sunday.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know if I can do that.
Yeah. It's fun. It's cool because like it kind of forces me to get some other shit done, like be on the computer and work on some art projects or music stuff, whatever.
So no device does not include a computer.
Yeah,
That's
like
fine.
no phone.
That's fine.
No phone or no iPad Sundays.
So what the fuck's the difference
What do you mean?
between your iPad and a laptop or your computer? Besides the fact you can walk around with it. Well, I guess if really crafty, you could.
Well, yeah, I mean, just on the computer, I can't really look at social media or do like that type of stuff. So if I'm on the computer, I'm actually doing like productive project work.
So it's funny how little social media happens on my computer. Like that's such a good point. Is it all happens on my phone? Like it is rare. Like I'll go to Instagram on my computer to look up shit for one of the clients, like to find like some image they use so I can make sure I can replicate it or have it.
Uh-huh.
But besides that, like that's the only time I use it. Like it's always on my phone. I never even thought about that.
I mean, I guess for me where the disconnect is I only do Instagram. That's the only social media I've ever done. So I know that there's a lot of the other social media type things can be done on the computer, but I don't do those. So to me, the computer has never been associated with social media at all to me. Because you can't really do Instagram on the computer. So I don't do Facebook. I don't do Twitter. I don't do any of that stuff. So I know all those things can be done on the computer, but I don't do them. So computer's always been like, I don't equate that with doing social media stuff at all.
Yeah, I don't know. I agree. It's funny that that's the way, because when I think of device, I think of all that, but really it's kind of a limitation on like social media, which I mean, that's what the fuck we do in bed is fucking Instagram or, well, I don't read, but I think she reads the Daily Mail. So
I don't know if anybody else is like this, but sometimes using social media is actually a kick in the butt for me to go work on things I might be procrastinating about. So I'll get on there and I'll see somebody doing something really cool. Like, oh man, like that's whatever, like someone like sculpting or drawing or making a song or like whatever. And it's really cool. I'll be like, oh man, like I should be working on my own thing, and it'll inspire me to go actually like put some work in on something. So I feel that happens to me a good bit actually. So even though there are a lot of pitfalls of social media that I wish I could get away from it more, in that aspect, it is kind of helpful for me to get creative a little bit more. All right, well, let's wrap this up because actually I need to go put the chickens to bed.
I need to put my chickens to bed. Well, it's already dark. They're already up asleep. I just need to make sure I shut the door so that those bitches don't roll out in the morning before I get up, because that pisses me the fuck off.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I went out in the middle of the night and fucking looked at the roosters to make sure I shut the fucking doors because they'd be fucking crowing. I mean, what is going on?
That sucks.
And it's just they get triggered by fucking anything. Like I think they get triggered if Gavin goes out in the pot shed and they see the light kick on in there. That's time to crow.
Jesus.
Oh, it's fucking nuts.
I told Amanda, our one chicken, she started squatting the other day, so I think we're gonna start getting eggs from her soon.
That is fucking cool. We didn't check for a while, and I think I pulled like 12 out.
Oh, really? Damn.
It was if I see that they're not sitting on them, then I'm not in a huge hurry to get them out. I don't feel like fucking fighting with Klaus.
Fucking Klaus.
But if they're sitting on them, yeah, I roll in there and snag those bitches as quick as possible.
That's cool.
I need no more PPs.
Yeah. Cool, man. All right. Well, thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
All right, motherfuckers. Boy.
Later. This podcast was brought to you by Potty Mouth Records. Contact us at pottymouthrecords@gmail.com and find us on the web at pottymouthrecords.rocks. That's .rocks.
Top that, bitch.